Today we're talking about the Mova Diver A10 robotic pool cleaner. And I'll be honest, pool cleaners are one of those products that sound simple on paper. You toss them in the water, dries around, picks up debris, and hopefully your pool looks better when it's done. But after testing a few of these now, I've learned that the little things matter a lot. How easy it is to set up, how well does it move around the pool, and actually, does it climb the walls and handle that water line? And probably most important when it's done cleaning is how easy it is to get out of the water, empty, rinse, and reuse again. This is what I wanted to find out about the Mova Diver A10. Inside the box is a pretty simple setup. You get the robot itself, the charger, and the recovery hook with the fine filter and the paperwork. And honestly, I like seeing this with pool cleaners to keep this part very simple. This is not a bunch of assembly or extra pieces that make you feel like you need to study a manual for 30 minutes before using it. The Diver A10 has a pretty solid feel to it. It's not tiny, but it doesn't feel overly bulky for what it is. Mova lists the weight in at just under 20 pounds, so you definitely know you're picking something up, but it's still manageable when you're carrying it around the pool. Around the robot, you can see sensors that help it understand where it's going in the pool. Mova's using what they call Pool Navi with multiple sensors to help the robot navigate and adjust its cleaning path. And the goal here is simple. Instead of randomly bouncing around the pool, the robot is supposed to be more intentional on how it covers its cleaning path in the pool. And with a pool cleaner, that matters. Random movements can work, but smart movements usually gives better coverage and fewer missed spots. On the bottom, you have a scrubbing brush. This is important because suction alone is not always enough. A pool can have fine dirt, algae, pollen, and a thin layer of grime that likes to hang around on the floor, in the corners, and especially at that water line. The brush helps loosen that up so the robot can pull it into the filter basket. And charging is pretty straightforward. You have a charging port on the robot. You just plug in the included charger before your cleaning cycle to bring it up to 100%. And since this is cordless, you're not always dealing with floating cable across the pool the entire time it's cleaning. This is a big convenience factor. Now the trade-off with cordless pool cleaners is always battery life and remembering to charge it. Mova rates this up to 4 hours of runtime depending on the cleaning mode. For most backyard pools, that should be plenty of normal cleaning cycle. Now let's talk about the filter basket. This is one of the areas I always pay attention to because this directly affects how much debris the robot can hold before you need to empty it. The A10 has a 3.5 liter debris basket, and that's a good size for leaves, dirt, and regular junk that ends up in the pool. It also includes a fine filtration that Mova lists that the fine filter at 3 microns. That is designed for smaller particles like dust, pollen, fine dirt, and stuff that can make your water look cloudy even when there's not a big pile of leaves sitting at the bottom. I like that because a pool can look mostly clean from a distance, but once the sun starts hitting the water just right, you can see all that fine material floating around. Inserting the basket is simple. It just drops right into place. Everything feels pretty easy to access, and this is exactly what I want to see from a pool cleaner. Because if cleaning the cleaner becomes annoying, then you're less likely to use it that often. The Mova Home app setup is also pretty straightforward. You add the device, you connect it, and then from the app, you just select different cleaning modes. Customize how you want it to clean, check for cleaning information, and Mova lists 8 cleaning modes. And I like having that flexibility because not every pool needs the same type of cleaning every time. Sometimes you just want to clean the floor. Other times you might want to focus on the walls and that water line. And if your pool has been sitting for a while, you may want a full cleaning cycle. Once it's charged and ready, you can put it in the water and it sinks slowly to the bottom. And this is the part that's oddly satisfying. It doesn't just slam to the bottom. It slowly fills and settles in, and then it starts doing its thing. No matter if you gently put it in the pool or if you toss it in the pool. And one of the nice things about a cordless pull robot is you're not always trying to unwind a cable, keep it from twisting, or worrying about where the cord is going to end up. You charge it, you put it in the pull, start the cycle, and let it work. Once it gets going, that Diver A10 starts making its way around the pull floor. This is where I like to watch for a few things. Is it actually covering the pull? Is it just repeating the same area over and over? Does it look like it has enough suction to pull the debris in? And does it get confused when the pull changes shape? In my testing, the Diver A10 did a nice job moving around the pull and covering the floor. The hyperlapse really helped show how much area it was working through during this cycle. The more impressive part is when it starts going up the walls. This is where you can quickly separate a basic pull cleaner from one that's trying to handle more of the full pull. The Diver A10 is designed to clean the floor, the walls, the water line, and watching it climb the wall is a good sign that it's good enough traction that the suction is to stay planted while it still works. Mova also talks about waterline cleaning, and that is a big deal because the waterline is where the oils, sunscreen, pollen, and grime can build up. If you've ever wiped around an edge of a pull, you know exactly what I mean. A cleaner that can help maintain that area is going to save you a lot of time from manual scrubbing. Now there's one more thing that I wanted to see how this pull cleaner handles, and that's steps. And this is one of those areas where I try to be realistic. Pull stairs are tough for robotic pull cleaners. The angle, the shape, the shallow water, and the edges can create problems. The Diver A10 did make its way up the steps, and I think it did a very good job with the steps themselves. And then there was the bubbler. This is the kind of real world thing that matters more than any spec sheet. The robot did get stuck on the bubbler during testing. Now, to be fair, this is not exactly an easy obstacle. Anything raised off of the floor like that can create hangups at a point for any robotic cleaner. But it is still worth pointing out because if your pool has bubblers, drains, or raised lights, unusual steps, or anything that sticks up from the floor, you may want to watch a few cycles and see how the robot handles those areas. And this only happens simply because of the design of the bubbler. It's very small. Once the robot goes over that bubbler in the middle, then there is a possibility that any robot could get stuck there. This doesn't make it a deal breaker for me, but it is one of those honest real world notes that I think I should be letting you know about before you buy it. And outside of that, I thought the cleaning performance was very solid. It was able to move around the floor, climb the walls, and help clean the pool without me having to drag out hoses or manually vacuum clean the whole thing. And that is really the reason products like this exist. It's not just whether it can clean, it's about whether it makes pool maintenance easy enough that you will actually keep up with it. When the cleaning cycle's finished, you can retrieve it from the pool. It has a recovery hook that you connect to a pole, and that's very useful, especially if the robot parks in an area where you don't want to reach all the way down the water to get it. You hook it, you pull it closer, and you lift it out. One thing I always look for is how much water stays in when you lift it out. With any pool robot, you want to give it a second to drain before fully lifting it because water adds up to a lot of weight really fast. The Diver A10 drains pretty quickly and most of the water is out and it's pretty easy to handle. This is where you actually see what it pulled out of the pool. And this is one of the most satisfying parts of testing a pool cleaner. You may think you have a clean pool and then you pull out the basket and you realize there was a lot more in there than you expected. The basket had collected visible debris and the fine filter was doing a job with those small particles. This is also where cleaning this system up matters a lot. You want to be able to remove the basket, rinse it out, and get it ready for the next run without turning into a major project. After the cleaning cycle, the pool looked noticeably cleaner. The floor looked better, the water looked clearer, and overall, it did what I wanted to do. And for me, that is the biggest point. A robotic cleaner does not need to be exciting every second it's running. It needs to be reliable, easy to use, and effective enough that you trust it to handle regular maintenance. The app also adds some nice control. Being able to select cleaning modes and checking the cleaning history makes the Diver A10 feel more complete than a basic drop-in robot. I still think that most people will probably find their preferred mode and then use that most of the time, but having options is a good thing. So after spending some time with the Mova Diver A10, here's where I land. I like the cordless design, I like the large filter basket and the fine filtration. I like that it can handle the floors, the walls, and the water line, and I like that the app gives you more control over how it runs. The main thing that I would watch out for is how it handles obstacles in your pool. In my case, the bubbler was a problem spot, and that's exactly the type of thing that can vary from pool to pool. If your pool is pretty straightforward, this is going to be a great fit for you. If your pool has a lot of unusual shapes, raised features, or tricky step areas, I would keep an eye on it for the first few runs before fully trusting it on its own. But overall, the Mova Diver A10 feels like a very strong option for most people that want a cordless robotic pool cleaner that can handle more than just a basic floor cleaning. And it's easy to set up, drop in, and retrieve, and the cleaning results are very, very good. At the end of the day, that's what I want to see from a pool robot. Less time messing with the pool and more time enjoying it. If you want to check out the Mova Diver A10, I'll leave a link in the description. And as always, if you have questions, drop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them based on my testing.